you believe in evil?" Byron asked. Lucy turned to him in surprise. Somehow, surrounded by all this peaceful beauty, his question seemed almost laughable, and far more than ominous. "Evil? An evil that can transcend time and space. An evil so obsessive that you can't escape it, no matter how hard you try." Her brow creased in a frown. She drew back from him and stared harder. "You're really serious?" "You told me you thought you were being stalked the other night, when you ran from the church. Do you remember how you felt?" "Of course I remember. I was terrified." "Well, that's how Katherine felt all the time, like she was being stalked by someone, except she couldn't outrun him, and she couldn't hide, because he was in her visions and in her dreams." "Byron, what are you talking about?" But he wouldn't look at her, just kept staring out across the water at the play of light and shadow off the woods across the lake. "They started about 3 years ago," he said gravely, "when she was 16. And they weren't like the other visions she'd had her whole life. These were like the worst kind of nightmares. Nightmares she couldn't wake up from. Nightmares she couldn't escape. Things more horrible than you could ever imagine." With an unconscious gesture, Lucy pulled the blanket closer around her. The breeze off the beach had nothing to do with the sudden chill in her veins. She said it was like looking at the world through the essence of evil, as though she were inside his head, thinking out through his thoughts and seeing things through his eyes. "Sort of," Lucy was struggling to understand, "like a camera taking pictures?" "Yes, capturing every gory detail as it happens." Despite the blanket, Lucy felt even colder. "Did she tell you what these things were?" "Never, only that they were inhuman. So violent and hideous, she couldn't bear them anymore, never knowing when they'd come or how long they'd last. And worst of all, never being able to stop them, just having to stand by and watch over and over again." "So where were these visions coming from?" "From the mind of a monster. From someone sick and twisted, who enjoyed causing pain and watching his victims suffer." "My God! So you think this person was real?" Byron's expression turned grim. "Katherine did, and she was convinced he'd keep right on killing and brutalizing people, and that he'd never get caught, because she was the only one who knew about him." "And she didn't have any idea who he was?" "None. She never saw his face, because she was always seeing things from his perspective." Lucy could feel goosebumps along her arms, could feel a cold, stealthy uneasiness gnawing at the back of her mind. Determinedly, she tried to force it away, tried to concentrate on what Byron was saying. "A connection," he continued. "But why? We never knew." "You mean a connection between their minds? Between their thoughts? Like the bond you had with Katherine?" Byron's face went rigid. "How can you even compare the two? No, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I'm just trying to understand this. So Katherine could see these atrocities this guy was committing as he was committing them?" "Yes, forced to watch him, but helpless to stop him." "Then, was it someone she knew?" "Impossible. Someone she met just one time, maybe. Someone with psychic abilities as exceptional as hers, who was somehow able to lock into her mind?" "You mean, sort of like a psychic parasite?" "Exactly. She hardly left the house. And this is a small community. People tend to know each other around here. I can't think of anybody who fits into an evil mode like this one. And believe me, I've tried." "But you said she sensed things, saw things, by touching. So maybe she bumped into him in a crowd. I mean, he could have just been passing through town or visiting somebody here. Maybe he dropped something, or accidentally left something of his behind, and Katherine just happened to pick it up. Byron sounded weary. I've thought of that too, and I guess it is possible, except I think she'd only have felt a connection to it when it was in her hands, just when she touched it, not on and on for 3 years. But maybe she kept it. Maybe she found something and took it home with her and didn't realize. She'd have realized, Lucy, believe me.